ADDA is something which we started, a few years ago at NASSCOM, because we used to have a lot of interesting people, and we wanted to actually talk to them about things which you usually don't ask on the stage, like, not your investor hat, or not your, for that matter, your corporate hat, or your hat in terms of, who you are, or which business card you're carrying. So Rajan Anandan, the most prolific angel investor, somebody who almost every worthwhile, founder from India or in the region wants to go and talk to. So Rajan, what's the most interesting thing that you are doing at this point of time?
Most interesting thing I'm doing at this point is watching a Netflix movie.
Okay, now before I ask you which Netflix movie is it, like it's gonna date you. So at the risk of that, what is the Netflix movie you're watching at the moment?
Crown.
Crown? Oh, okay.
It's old. I know it's old, but you have to keep in mind, PK, I discovered Netflix after the lockdowns. I never had any time to do anything, right? Let alone like watch Netflix for hours. So actually, I discovered Netflix in March of 2020. I mean, I was so late to the Netflix game. So I have a lot of catching up to do, PK. So I am catching up very quickly. Soon I'll be caught up.
Rajan, you're dating me too with you. So I've got to be careful about that. Okay, tell me about the interesting startups you're seeing at this point of time. Not necessarily you're investing in, but something which actually you think is innovative. Somebody you met who came up with something edgy. You don't like the word edgy, I know. Something which was unique.
No, I think, look, maybe it's not a specific, not a specific theme, but I'll tell you, it's very interesting, PK, about 5 months ago, I had this 17-year-old from somewhere in Tamil Nadu. I don't know how he got my WhatsApp. Okay, he WhatsApps me and says, Rajan, I'm Harish. By the way, his name is Harish. And I don't think he's on NPC. He's 17. So he's 18. He's 18. He's a sophomore. He's a second year in university in somewhere in Tamil Nadu. Small town in Tamil Nadu. And he said, look, I want to raise funding. So I said, what do you want to raise funding for? So he was building some tool for data scientists. Okay. So I said, look, you should not be trying to raise funding. You should be like Sridhar Vembu. Okay. Sridhar Vembu built a huge company without raising any funding. So I said, look, first I said, look, I listened to I spent an hour with him on the phone, and he described to me what he was doing. I said, look, your product is not very focused. So you must go and focus the product. I gave him the basic sort of product framework. I pointed him to some blogs. Go read these blogs. Go figure out like how to define an ICP, how to figure out the real need, how to, do all that stuff. And then you go back. And then he said, look, I told him, when you have 50 customers, you WhatsApp me again and we'll have another call. So guess what happened, right? So basically 6 weeks later, he WhatsApps me again, says, Rajan, this is Harish. Can we talk? 50 customers. So then I talked to him at 50 customers. So then he told me, okay, I feel this ICP, you're right. I was not focused. So I had to focus my product, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So at the end of that 1 hour, I said, okay, Harish, now you have to call me. You go and do these 3 things and you get to 500 customers, right? Paying customers, PK. Okay. So, and then, 2 weekends ago, he called, while I was on holiday, right? And I was taking a vacation. He pings me and says, Rajan, we should talk. I said, did you get to 500 customers? He says, yeah, I got to 500 customers. And, and then I had another call with him. So now, here's a kid who's 18 years old. Okay. He's in a very small town in India. He's building a SaaS product for data scientists around the world. It's only him, by the way. First, I asked him, why do you want to raise funding? He says, I want to hire some engineers, So why do you need engineers? You're a computer scientist. You should build this yourself. Why do you need to hire engineers? He says, yeah, good point. Right. So it's only him. Okay, PK. Now it's only him. He's got 500 customers. He's got $5,000. Okay, he's $5,000 MRR. Okay, he's at 60K ARR. It's still only one engineer. So I said, he said, Rajan, good point. Now I'm better off than going to Infosys, TCS, or even maybe working for. He said, Google. I have to do a little more. So then I left him 2 weeks ago. I said, look, okay, now you have to get to.
So apply for Sequoia search.
No. No. Forget Sequoia search. Okay. So I said, now Harish, you have to get to 5,000 customers. 5,000 customers. Okay. And 5,000 customers is, like 500,000 ARR. Okay. So,
retire in Bali.
Are you right? So I said, can you do it? He said, of course I can do it. Let me call him. I'm going to call. So this is what is happening in India, PK. And I think this is the exciting part, where you have an 18-year-old, right, in a small town in Tamil Nadu, which could be anywhere in India, building a SaaS product that they're marketing all by themselves. They don't have a team. They didn't go and raise funding. They didn't go to an incubator. This is what I'm excited about.
Awesome, Rajan.
The story of Harish.
Story.
The story of
This is a great
actually, maybe
story.
you should get Harish to NPC. You know, I think you should get Harish to NPC.
Well, give me his number. Maybe I'll do an ADDA with him before this ends.
Yes,
Look
yes.
forward to. Thank you, Rajan. Thank you so much for this. But before you go, how do people get to you? This guy got you a WhatsApp. Is there an email or a way to get to you?
That is
for
the great
interesting
thing about being a founder. You know, you must work hard.
Okay.
You know, like I don't know how Harish. Actually, I should ask him. I have no idea how he got my WhatsApp number. But
Okay.
that is
So that's the target for the next one. Find his WhatsApp number.
no, please. WhatsApp change the terms of service. Please don't.
Thank you so much, Rajan, for this interesting ADDA, and hopefully see you soon. Thanks a ton.
Sounds good. Thank you, PK.